Hello everyone, welcome to the Nightfall Narratives channel. Today, I'm going to tell you a story that someone sent me and asked me to retell. The American wilderness is vast. Most people see beauty, but those of us who work the deep woods, we see the shadows that don't belong. My name is Elias, and I was a seasonal forest ranger in Western Washington. What I saw in the summer of 2021 wasn't a bear, and it wasn't a man. It was something the forest had been trying to hide for a long time. This is the story of the Blackwood Canyon incident. Blackwood Canyon is a dead zone. No cell service, no GPS, just miles of ancient hemlocks and steep cliffs. My job was simple. Patrol the northern ridge and check on the automated weather stations. For the first month, it was peaceful. But in July, things shifted. The birds stopped singing. Usually the forest is a wall of sound, crickets, owls, the wind. But at Blackwood, it became a tomb, total, heavy silence. That's when the radio calls started, not from my dispatch, but from a frequency that shouldn't have existed. It happened at 3:14 a.m. I was in my cabin when the radio hissed to life. "Elias, can you see the lights?" The voice sounded like a child, but the pitch was wrong. Distorted, like it was being played through a broken fan. I grabbed the mic, my heart hammering. "This is Ranger Elias. Who is this?" Silence. Then a wet, rhythmic thumping hit the roof of my cabin. Thump, thump, thump. Something heavy was moving up there. I grabbed my flashlight and stepped out onto the porch. I shone the beam upward, but there was nothing. Only the shingles, glistening with a thick, translucent slime that smelled like old copper and ozone. The next day, I followed the trail of that slime. It led me deep into the restricted zone area, marked off limits by the Department of the Interior. Since the 70s, in a clearing near the canyon floor, I found an old campsite. It wasn't on any map. There were 3 tents shredded from the inside out. No blood, no bodies, just clothes neatly folded on the sleeping bags, as if the people had simply evaporated out of them. Then I saw it. In the center of the clearing stood a tall wooden pole. Nailed to it was a radio, the same model we used in the 60s. It was gutted, no batteries, no wires. Yet, as I stood there, it began to speak in that same distorted child's voice. "Don't look up, Elias. The stars are hungry tonight." I didn't think I ran. I could hear it behind me. Not footsteps, but the sound of trees snapping like toothpicks, and that terrifying distorted voice mimicking my own scream before I'd even let it out. I quit the service the next morning. I didn't even pack my gear. The official report said it was a hallucination caused by a gas leak, but I know what I saw. And sometimes, when the wind blows from the west, I can still hear my own voice coming from the woods, calling my name, asking me to come back to the canyon. If you ever find yourself in Western Washington and the birds go silent, don't wait for the radio to speak, just run.